Hi there, I'm Evelyn Kirby, and this is Townstar Game Guide. Our special guest today has won the Townstar game for several consecutive weeks. You can say that he is the expert of the game, and in this video, he will share useful hints and tips for newbies and experts alike. Warning, this is a long video, but if you watch till the end, you will learn how to start your town from scratch, building positioning for optimal town planning, self watering system strategies, and much more. If you're ready, let's meet Benblåst. Today, we are very fortunate to have the legendary serial winner of Townstar game, Benblåst, with us.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time to help us getting started, Benblåst. I know that you're
Alright.
very busy and you are working on your games and also moderating the Gala Discord community and balancing your work also. So I really appreciate you taking the time to join us today.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. So, because we have a legendary with us, we will not let any time to waste and we'll start building a town together.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Let's go.
and the thing here is that you will have to use my account which have no fancy stuff that you have.
I'm used to not using any fancy stuff, so
Oh, really? Okay, that'd be good then. So, let's start, shall we?
yeah.
Okay. So, I know I did a video on choosing location, but what location should we choose today, Benblast? Like,
I prefer planes,
okay.
and since when going for a bakery or cakery strategy,
Mhm.
I need an ocean side, and just one ocean side is the best, I think, because more ocean sides, as you know, the ocean disrupts crop growth,
Mhm.
so it's better to just use one ocean side, in my opinion.
Okay.
You
And
can
where
head over to
mhm.
Asia and check
Asia?
there. There's a lot
Okay.
more
More
planes there.
planes? Yeah, that's so cool. And you're okay with sharing all your secret tips with us today, huh?
Yeah, pretty much all of them, at least.
Thank you. We are very fortunate to have you and your commitment to sharing it with us. Okay, I think we're in Asia.
Yeah, you see Hong Kong there to the right,
Hong Kong to the
where
right.
all the cluster of towns are.
This one?
It's all the way through there. Yeah,
This one?
and yeah, Hong Kong is right there by the. You can see
Yeah, this one.
2 steps to the left and down. You have one free spot.
This one here?
Yeah, that's 2 ocean sides. We can go for the
Okay.
one that's to the left of Hong
Left
Kong.
left of Hong Kong. So
Yeah.
here?
Yep, there, and the free spot right in between everyone there.
Okay.
That one, yeah.
So this one?
Yeah.
We're ready?
Let's go.
Okay. Okay. What town should we name our town then?
Kirbyville.
Okay. Okay, let's go. This is like a I think every town looks sort of similar.
Yeah, every plains will look the same. Every forest will look the same.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
same layout.
So what should we do first?
Right off the bat, we're gonna build a lumberjack house
Okay.
and a woodshed.
Okay. So where should we
You
put them?
can place it right next to the fuel storage. You can place a lumberjack house.
Okay, lumberjack house. This one? Okay.
And a woodshed you can place. Let's see here. You can place it across the road from the trade depot.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Should I click OK to let the lumberjack come out?
You can wait a bit because
Okay.
of the time it takes for the woodshed to
Okay.
build. and as soon as you click to activate the lumberjack house,
Hmm.
it will start collecting wages and stuff. And the lumberjacks take like 120 per minute, so
Yeah, quite
just wait for
expensive.
the yeah. And then let me see
Mhm.
here. Where are we gonna build? We're gonna build a windmill next.
Windmill, okay. Where should I
And
put it?
let's see here. Um, you can actually place it right next to the trade depot.
This one? Oh,
Yeah,
over here?
yeah.
Okay. You meant I think in your blog, you also make a blog about like how how this game works, right?
Yeah,
And you mentioned about shed and like the area surrounding area. Can you tell us more about how do you position that thing? Like, isn't it like next to the trade depot and it will like reduce the time or something? Like make it longer?
trade depots have no shade or wind block at all,
Oh, that's
so
cool.
we'll be fine with that.
Mhm.
Uh, since yeah, the way I think of it is just there are different size of
Mhm.
buildings. Like buildings have different sizes, and different sizes cast different shade amount
Mhm.
of shade and have different wind block.
Okay.
So regular houses like worker house, ranch
Mhm.
house, lumberjack house have all got just two tiles of wind block and shade.
Mhm.
So they will, if they're placed next to or around it within two tiles of like crops, it will
Mhm.
disrupt the crop growth, and you will see
Okay.
yellow or red timer.
Okay. So I will let
Same
the
same
lumberjack
with
go.
yeah. Let's go, and you will start collecting that. Yeah,
Yeah.
and the woodshed has only one tile of shade,
Oh,
so
okay.
we're fine with that.
So when you say two tiles of shed, for example, this farmhouse, what do you mean by two tiles of shed? Like here, this area, this whole area is like cannot be planted anymore?
Yeah, that whole area is covered. Two tiles around it, except for the corners. Um, so if you count out from the house and just count one, two,
Okay, one, two. So that really? So it's that far? So if I plant a crop here, then it won't grow?
it will grow, but it will be a stifled
Slower.
growth. Yeah,
Oh, okay. Oh, I guess our windmill's done. Should we craft something?
yeah, make
Craft.
some flour.
Okay. Okay. So what do we do next? We have limited fun. No, down to like 2000 now.
Yeah, we just wait and
Okay.
let the windmill dude do his thing.
Okay.
And if we run into any issues with wages,
Mhm.
if we get close to having fund issues, we'll
Mhm.
just sell off some, preferably wood, because that gives
Okay.
5,000. And then
Sure.
in emergency cases, we'll sell off wheat.
Oh, okay. Sure. So while we wait for the windmill to do its thing, I know that a lot of our viewers and a lot of people would want to know about you, Benblast, because you have wins in so many, so many contests in this game. So
I
let's
guess.
talk about you a little bit then.
Sure.
So how do you get started with Townstar?
I'm a crypto gamer guy, and I was
Mhm.
just browsing around for new blockchain games, and I really like strategy and resource
Mhm.
management games like this. And I just stumbled upon it, and I thought it looked really good, and it has a working product already out. Like
Mhm.
many other games do not. They just have pre-sales and promise
Mm.
that the game will be out soon. But
Mhm.
this was already up and running, so I just jumped right in.
Oh, when did you learn about this game?
In March of this year.
Oh, okay. That's so cool. So, um, so it doesn't take you that long to master this game then, because this is August. So about like how long does it take for you to like really know the details of this game?
Well, if you're willing to put in the work, you
Mhm.
can I don't know about master it, but you can definitely get into the top 10 within a couple of weeks.
Wow.
Um, it's a bit more competitive now, but I'm sure that anyone who puts the time in and the work in, they can get into the top 10 within a couple of weeks.
Wow, I've been playing it myself for a couple of weeks and I still cannot get it going. So,
We'll
so
fix that.
yeah, we'll fix that with this video, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, and do we need to do anything else? We just let them do their work, or
Yeah, we'll just let the workers do their work. Oh yeah, we got 2 ponds here, and the bottom pond
this one?
is in emergency cases we can also sell that pond.
Okay, okay,
So if we start running out of funds, we can just get rid of that because yeah, at the moment we only need 1 pond
okay.
to keep the
The
wheat
crops.
going.
Okay.
And I actually, if I'm feeling really brave, I sell
Yeah.
1 batch of gasoline.
Okay. Well, we will see then whether Benblåst is feeling brave tonight. It's the gasoline is also one of the tricky point because on one hand you have like 40 gasoline here and you kind of need it to do the trade, but at the same time once it ran out you have to build a facility to make this fuel and it's really expensive to do so.
Yeah, the infrastructure is really expensive, and once it's up and running, the wages are very high for that whole
Yeah.
operation. So you don't want to do it and rush it, do it too fast, and at the same time you don't want to do it too late because you run out of gas. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's the first hurdle that a lot of players has to overcome at first.
Okay. And when you start playing the games, like have you ever win the game and like didn't use the full 5 days get that they give to you? Do you need like the whole 5 days or you can win with like starting on day 2 or 3? Is that possible? Have you ever tried it?
Maybe they're constantly rebalancing the game and stuff.
Okay.
And there was in one patch where I found a little thing that one item that I was just spamming and got
Okay.
crazy amounts of points within two,
Oh.
3 days, and I could just quit right there and won the whole house.
Okay. That's so cool. Okay. So I
But yeah, in essence, you really need the
the
full,
5 days.
yeah.
Because it's
So
quite a bit of time waiting for things to start working, right?
yeah, we're gonna wait for the first 10 flour to come out of this windmill, and we're gonna sell that because yeah, we don't want to waste our gasoline and selling
Many
all the lower
things.
tier items like wood and stuff that will just run us into a corner, and we'll run out of both cash and we'll run out of gasoline really fast.
Yeah. And it's quite a long time too, right? Like we spent a few minutes here and then we just got our first flower.
Yeah.
And um in the Discord channel, you mentioned that you use graph paper to help you plan the city out. So, do you use it like right now before the game started, or how do you when do you use it? The graph paper.
Whenever I'm planning out a new build or a new idea for a town,
Okay.
I break out the graph paper and just start sketching up ideas, and I keep in mind all the shade and wind block and
Yeah.
pollution for industrial buildings.
Mhm.
That way, I don't have to actually play the game and spend all the time in uh, waiting for money, and yeah,
Mhm. So
so I
you
can
already
try to plan
know.
it out. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I think I never made a video talking about the the shades and the pollution. If you can like mention briefly about like how it works here? Like I guess the sea here, you mentioned that you cannot plant on these tiles, right?
Yeah, it's ocean will disrupt crop growth for 3 tiles. You just count
Three.
from the close ocean. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, so over here.
Yep,
So
that
these
entire
areas.
area. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
and yeah, I think the crops will go yellow, but I'm not sure if they will go entirely red
Mm-hmm.
for the full timer. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and then you got the shade and wind block.
Mm-hmm.
Um, um, like the worker houses that has 2 tiles of shade and wind block.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the same with shade as it is with wind block every time. So
Okay.
if it shades 2, it will also wind block 2.
Okay.
Um,
So counting like one block, two blocks, like that.
yeah,
One, two. And it goes out in four direction only, right? Like one, two here, and then one, two there,
yep.
and then one, two there. Oh, okay.
But then the only thing that I need to mention is diagonally,
Mm-hmm.
uh, it's only 1.
Okay.
So it's the shade effect is more like a circle, but
Mm-hmm.
since it's the game is in tiles and
Mm-hmm.
squares, it will look like that.
It
So
looked like
it's
a
2 tiles in every direction
yeah,
except for the diagonal one where it's just 1.
one tiles. Okay.
And then you have the silo, which is considered
Mm-hmm.
a large or tall building,
Mm-hmm.
and that has 3 tiles of
Okay.
wind block and shade.
Okay, so that will go to here. Wow. It's really big.
Yeah, and then diagonally it will only have 2.
Two. Okay, so diagonal is like side minus one, basically.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
Okay. And so while we wait for this to play out, do we have to be concerned about the money now? Now I guess it's like 232, or we'll just let it go for now.
You can sell the bottom pond just
Okay.
to get some room. We won't
So
be using that pond anyway.
okay, so I'll remove that.
Yep.
Yay! Now we're rich.
Yeah, now we got like 25 minutes of room.
Okay. Um, so this time, can you walk me briefly to like when do we start the cotton field? It's like when you start a town, do you decide that like, oh, this will be my wheat town or it will be my cotton town? Is that like we should plant only one stuff like according to your strategy or should we do like a lot of stuff at once?
No, you're gonna be aiming for the highest tier items there are,
Mhm.
which are made by the cakery and bakery.
Mhm.
You need the bakery to make some ingredients for the cakery. So
Ah,
cakes is one of the highest tier items.
okay.
So I consider that one line or one strategy to use. It's the cake strat, as you
Okay.
say. Um, Cakes sell for a lot of money and they give you tons of points. It's like
Oh,
2,600 points, I think, per cake, which
wow.
gives you 26,000 points for 10.
Okay. Oh, I never I never get a cakery, so
Yeah, it's hard to get up there. It takes a while. But
yeah.
and then for the second line,
Mhm.
you got the blue steel strat, which is the industrial strat.
The
Um,
which one? The
Blue steel, it's made in the steel mill under the industrial tab.
okay. Sorry, I never tried that one also. So, oh, this one. Oh, the blue
Steel mill.
steel. Okay.
There you go. I think that gives. Hmm, I can't remember the amount of points, but it's more than the cakes. But it's at the
Yeah.
same time a little bit harder to make it,
Yeah, it's
so
like
it gives more
2,000.
points. And
2
yeah,
million.
yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll
So I
never
just
try that.
decide
Mhm.
if I'm gonna make a blue
Mhm.
steel town or a cakery
Cakery's
town.
town. What about the ranch? I think you will need some kind of things to make cake, like I guess eggs and stuff.
Yeah, you're pretty much gonna use the entire arsenal of uh, farmer stuff. It's You're gonna need a milk barn. You're gonna
Okay.
need some eggs too, chicken coop,
Wow.
and what else? Yeah, you're gonna need a ton of windmills to make salt, sugar,
Mm,
and flour. Um,
yeah. Oh, and then because I think when you're making the sugar and salt, then you will need to have sugar cane and also the salt field. So basically,
yeah,
you gotta have like a diverse thing later on.
yeah, and that's the hardest thing to balance out. How many windmills you put to crafting flour and the
Hmm.
sugar and the salt. And then you're
Okay.
gonna need tree farms too, because we don't want to rely on natural trees to
Yeah.
grow all that wood.
Yeah, because we got only 10, I think, when we started.
Yeah.
And I have this is my personal curiosity. Have you ever used these things? Like what are they used for? The trade
Freight
stuff.
pier is sends 100 instead of 10 for the same amount of gas. So you usually spend
Oh.
one gas to send away 10 items, but this
Mhm.
one can do 100 items for one gas.
Okay, but we do need like 100 goods.
Yeah, a
Okay.
lot of storage then.
Yeah. And what about
And
this one? The
yeah, neighbor
neighbor.
delivery is for working together with your buddies in a team or such. So you can, if you got a neighboring town, you
Mhm.
can put these on the edge that borders to that town, and
Okay.
you can use it to send one item at a time between each other.
Oh, I never know that you can actually collaborate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's going to be a guild or a team system implemented in the future.
Oh, that's
So
cool.
um,
So that will
this
be
is a good
helpful then.
time. Yeah, this will be very helpful. So you can build even bigger setups of towns and just try to decentralize production and stuff like that.
Mhm. Okay. And I think we know this one. We already given it in the beginning, but just sending 10 goods to the town.
Yeah,
And trade pier, what is this one?
yeah, it's the exact same thing as a trade depot, just
Mhm.
by sea. So if
Okay.
you're on an island somewhere and there's no city to sell to on the
Mhm.
island,
Mhm.
you're gonna start with a trade pier even. So
Oh.
and yeah,
Okay.
it's just a trade depot.
That's good to know. So how do you know that I have a neighboring cities? Like here I don't see anyone.
You can click the world map down to the left.
Okay. Oh, and so I actually have two people near me.
Yeah, and when you build the neighbor delivery guy, it's
Uh-huh.
gonna pop up
Show.
as a prompt at the other player's screen that says, "Yeah,
Oh.
this town is asking to start trade with you," and you're gonna have to accept.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's really cool. I never know that before. And just now there was like a little ship coming back and forth. I'm not sure whether you saw it or not, but I'm not sure
Yeah,
what is it. Like things that hover over
yeah,
over the cities.
yeah. The you can see
Trying to find.
people sending away and selling their goods on the map like this.
Oh, really? Like that
Yep.
truck?
You can see
Oh.
he's selling wheat.
Oh, that's so cool. So it's like a real-time thing of like someone over here might be selling to New Delhi, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, let's go back talking. Okay. I think we just have only two flowers.
Yeah. Check how much is left for the third. Yeah, almost three.
Yeah, almost three.
This is the slowest part of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Just by in the beginning, when you're waiting to get the 10 flower, and you'll
Mm-hmm.
get like what is it, like 37,000, I think, for
Mm-hmm.
selling 10 flower.
And
And
then you
using that money, we'll just build and add another windmill.
okay. So we'll
Perhaps
have.
we'll
Mhm.
add another farmhouse too,
Okay,
depending on.
so yeah, I guess we're still okay. Whoa, the weed is also like sort of running low. Are we concerned about that? Should we plant more
No,
weed?
in the beginning it's all right. He's gonna
Okay.
fill it up, and as soon as the windmill guy starts milling the wheat into flour, he's
Mm-hmm.
gonna have our farm worker is gonna have some breathing room to fill it up again.
Okay.
So we're just
Hanging out.
yeah. And then concerning like worker houses and stuff, in my opinion,
Hmm.
they're just in the way.
Okay.
Um, I I have a way of cramming them into a corner somewhere a corner that I know I won't use
Okay.
to get them out of the way, so they won't shade anything, and
Maybe
I can
here.
maximize. Um, yeah, we're gonna be making salt at the
Oh.
ocean side. So
Okay.
in the top corner there,
This one.
yeah, that's where I usually just cram in all my worker
Okay.
houses.
But since this one is already there for us, we
Hmm.
shouldn't like. Do you actually like destroy it to move it elsewhere?
When I get enough money, I'll just move him.
Okay. So I
Same
guess.
with
Mhm.
the silo too.
Okay.
It's all about the optimal placement of stuff,
Hmm.
and yeah, the starting placement of these buildings are not optimal at all.
Yeah. I guess that's how the game tried to like slow us down, right?
Yeah,
So the star, I will get star when I make the trade only, right?
yeah, and different
Okay.
items or goods give different amounts of stars or
Oh,
points.
okay. I thought it was like the time I spent on the game, but okay. I was wrong.
That's if you click the trophy up to the right, you
This
can
one?
see the leaderboard.
Oh, well, I'm very low on the list.
Well, we just started, so
Oh, I guess the winner is. Oh, that's previous game winner.
yeah,
Wow, we're
that's
so far down the
General
list.
Fault.
Oh,
He's also a moderator. He's really good.
oh. So have you guys ever do like a duel, like play in the same game and like who wins?
We duel every game. I think we're the top contenders.
Whoa, that's so cool. I still can't go to the number one, but yeah, I think I get the idea. I'm very low down the list. But actually, like, even though that we're very low down the list, but looking at the points, it doesn't take a lot to like climb the list though. Like,
No,
I think we were in the 1,000th place just now, but this like let's go like 100th place has only like 5,000 stars. I mean, it's still impressive, but we still have a chance.
yeah, yeah. It won't take much to get up to the top 10, really. So, but yeah, since we're very late in the round, there's only eight
Mhm.
hours left of the total.
Round, then we won't make it, but this is for educational purposes.
Yeah. So yeah, there we got T888. He's got a lot of points.
Yeah.
He's been selling cakes. I've been watching him. He
Oh.
seems to be doing very well.
How do you see what does the winner do? Like,
I have my ways.
okay.
I just different since different items and goods give different amounts of points.
Mhm.
If I'm curious as to what someone is doing, I can just check their point increases.
Oh.
I figure out what they're doing.
Oh, that's cool. So like we just have to check in often and see how many points that guy actually increase and then you know what they're selling. Oh, that's really smart.
Yeah, it's a neat little thing to utilize in case you wanna figure out what someone is doing, someone that's good in what they're doing, and you can
Yeah.
find the list of the different items and um, how much points and how
Mhm.
much money they give when selling. You can find that list in the Discord server under game updates.
Okay.
It's rebalanced once in a while
Okay.
to make the game more, yeah, to make the game more balanced.
Okay.
So you'll find those updates over there.
Sure. Okay, let's go back to our game. Oh, okay. We're almost there, almost halfway there.
Yeah, and it's a neat little trick that I do
Mhm.
to cram all the houses into the corner, so you
Mhm.
can um, just build a dirt road and place the house,
Mhm.
and then you can just delete the dirt road and place another one, and yeah, build a worker house again and keep doing that.
Oh, so you don't actually have a dirt road in front of a house.
Yeah,
Oh wow. That's really cool trick because you can save on the. Well, I mean, you have to spend something because once you put it there and take it out, it's actually lost quite a bit of money. But at least you can save the space, right? So we can do something else.
yeah.
That's really neat.
That's the thing with worker houses. When you optimize your town,
Hmm.
you don't want the workers to go back to sleep
Yeah.
inside the house. So you're gonna want to check if you'll see if you have more workers than you need if
Hmm.
they go back to sleep.
Yeah.
So you can just delete until no one does. But in this case, at the startup, we were just using this to this farmer guy
Hmm.
has just limited amounts of work to do, so he keeps going back to sleep.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really count right now.
Hmm. And I guess in the end we have to like move this weed too, right? Because like it's not very in the green spot. Is the green color the indication of water in the thing?
In the grass,
Yeah.
um, that's just a visual effect.
Oh.
Really, I don't know what causes it. I think when you delete a building, you will see the grass color also change.
Oh.
So
Okay.
it's just a little visual thing.
Okay. So if I put my weed over here, it won't grow faster. Like, this one it already got 2/3 of the water. If I put it there, it won't change into like randomly spring up on the ground without him watering, right?
Yeah, yeah. The ponds give water passively to crops around it. So
Okay.
the first tile around, it will give 2 water,
Okay.
and then the next tile it will give 1 water.
One. Oh, okay. So this is so they give in like circle. So basically, this one over here will have two, and then this will have one. I think.
Yeah, except for it's the same thing with the diagonal thing here. It won't give it
Oh.
on the second the diagonal tile.
Okay.
So if you had removed that rock and placed
Mhm.
a wheat field there,
Mhm.
it wouldn't receive any passive water.
Oh, okay.
So mid game and end game, you're gonna want to have a setup of lots of ponds
Mhm.
to passively give water to all of your crops. So you
Yeah.
don't have to utilize your farm workers to run to wells and water it manually. So that's the um, real pro tip here.
Okay. Yeah, to make like a lot of like water, like a little canal running through.
Yeah, I've seen tons of different setups of ponds that people use, and
Mhm.
it's just a matter of how your specific town looks and how you plan it out, so you
Mhm.
can fit whatever structure you want to inside your own design.
Yeah. Like I know that you talk a lot about like how do we economize the area, economize the tiles, but as a beginner I always like, oh, there's so many space. I never used it all. But as you get more advanced, then that will be a real problem to run into.
Yeah, I I think in modules
Mhm.
like all the windmills I want gathered in one space. I want
Mhm.
all the worker houses crammed down in one space. Um, I want the crop area in one space. So I got little modules
Mhm.
that I optimize and make as efficient as I can, and then I just puzzle them into the build as
Mm.
well as I can. So thinking like that, it gets a little bit less frightening. Um,
Yeah. Make
so
like
you
a
don't.
little zones.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So you designate a whole zone for windmills and
Mhm.
a zone for crops, and so yeah, you can place the zones as you like depending on what map you're
Mhm.
on. If you're on desert or forest.
Yeah.
Um,
So
like
with
right now,
mhm.
the windmill zone would be in the
In
left,
this
to the
area.
left here, and
Okay.
yeah, probably all the way down to.
Okay. And this would be our planting zone, I think.
Yeah, but we got to make sure that the shade doesn't come and
Okay.
screw our crop growth up.
Yeah.
And the windmills have three tiles. It's considered a tall building, so it has
Mhm.
three tiles of shade and wind block.
So that'd be one, two, three. We cannot do anything over this line.
Yeah. So when building that windmill module or zone,
Mhm.
you want to make sure that the crop module
Mhm.
isn't getting disrupted.
Okay.
But still, you got to put it as close as you possibly can to that,
Yeah.
and also fit in the silo in between. So
Mhm.
you
So
get
it's like shorter walk.
yeah, minimize the distance for the farmers to get the wheat or crops into the silo, and then have the distance between the windmills and the silo minimized too.
Mm. It's really cool. And I think like based on what we discussed about your planning, so this area will be like a housing area, so to speak, like the farmhouse and stuff. And then this would be the windmill area and crops area, salt
Yeah,
area.
yeah, you can place the crop area wherever you
Mhm.
want, really, as long as it's close to the windmill area and such.
Okay. And in terms of like the oil production, like all the industry stuff, like where do you usually put it? Because at the same time, they also need to have access to this fuel storage to get their stuff, right? And if you put it like so far to avoid it being polluted to all the crops and stuff, then it will be like such a long walk.
Yeah, when we start building a gasoline
Mhm.
module or gasoline operation, as I like to call it,
Mhm.
um, you will have more income than you know
Okay.
what to do with, really. So
Really?
yeah, it won't be a problem. You can just move or you can just build a new one, build a new fuel storage and place it down there. And you
Okay.
want to get then we come into the pollution part,
Uh-huh.
which is separate from the wind block and shade.
Okay.
Pollution will affect wells, and it
Okay.
will affect animal pens. So you want to have that crammed away in a corner or somewhere far away where
Okay.
it doesn't disrupt your other operations.
Okay. So it
Um,
it will like disrupt. Is it similar to windshed in that it's like amount of tiles, like three tiles from the power plant or something like that, or it's different?
Yeah, it's similar to that. It all different industrial buildings
Hmm.
have different amounts of pollution. So, for example, the fuel storage
Hmm.
has, I think, three. I'm pretty sure it's three.
Okay.
And then you have the refinery, which actually has four.
Oh wow.
That's pretty significant. So,
Yeah.
yeah, that's why I want to cram that stuff away into a corner.
Sure. Definitely. They have put a lot of thinking into this game, right? With all the shed, the wind block, and all this pollution. Seems like a real town.
Yeah, it's deep like that. You really gotta keep in mind all of these factors when you're building the town, which makes it
Mhm.
very interesting to figure out stuff.
Yeah. And I guess in the end we will have to move all these trees, right? Because they just randomly exist.
Yeah, in the end, you're gonna be hard pressed to just spend money to
Yeah.
get rid of those trees to make room for more buildings.
Oh, almost ran out of money again. We're not even going to the five flower yet. What should we do?
Oh no!
You feeling
We got
brave?
nine. Yeah, you can sell a batch of gas. I usually I've been selling two batches of gas even. So
Okay, so I'll sell the
uh,
gas then.
yeah, you
Oh,
can,
okay.
or you can wait for the, or no, actually sell one.
Okay, I guess that's the closest one to Hong Kong. Have you ever like run out of money?
Yeah, lots of times.
Yeah, I usually like watch them on go on strike.
Yeah, they just drop what they're doing, and yeah,
Yeah.
now
And
they did.
and sometimes it's like very sad that like when they carry a very high value stuff, like there was one time that this guy was carrying out a flower and I ran out of money. I wasn't paying attention. And so like he dropped it and it was like, "Oh my god, I waited for so long for that one."
Yeah, I've had that too. I've had workers drop blue steel, and I've
Oh
had
my
workers drop
god.
cakes. It's, yeah,
Yes.
it sucks.
So you just have to like really pay attention to how much money you have on hand. Because when they drop like expensive things like that, it was like, oh my god, it was just like one more or at least like 10 seconds and then they would just make it.
Yeah,
So with cakes, do you actually need to do 10 batches still?
yeah,
Oh wow, that'd be like a really long wait.
yeah. It can be a long wait, but it's worth it because of the massive amount of points you get for it.
Yeah. So,
Now we're gonna have a nice supply of wood here too. So, but I don't think we'll be running into any more wage problems.
yeah,
So usually, when I start up, I usually have time to get 10 wood, so I don't have to sell the
the
batch
gasoline.
of gasoline. Yeah,
Okay.
but yeah, crap happens.
Yeah. So, like now we already get 10 woods. So, what should we do? Because now the storage is full, and if he's coming in with a new tree, then he won't have a space to put it in. And at the same time, this guy is still like 4 weeks short of requiring the woods. Are we selling the woods in this batch or?
Nah, nah.
Okay, so, okay,
You can just keep it like this. Well, I don't think it will be a problem at all.
okay,
So what you can do is you
mhm,
can add another worker house
okay,
in the top corner, and you just build a road at the second pasture. Yeah, there.
okay. So I'll build a road there. I feel like this game is actually helping the players to be a little bit like patient. I don't know whether you feel the same way, but I feel like waiting for them to do their work. I feel like, oh my god, I need to calm down, like relax.
Yeah, it's a little bit a lot of waiting in the just at the startup because
Yeah.
you just have one windmill to work with, but you really need to be patient and wait for that first batch of 10 flour.
Hmm.
After that, it'll get easier.
Yeah. Hopefully it's soon.
Gonna work up to yeah, as many windmills as possible, really, as many as you can cram into the map.
Yeah. Oh, I already built this house, but I guess we need more wells. Should we get more wells? Or you think it's okay?
Hmm. I think, yeah, let's wait and see.
Okay.
That's a lot of the game too. Just observe and see
Mm,
how the workers.
interact. Yeah.
Yeah,
So there was a time when I was like planting two things, and then they were just like trying to figure this thing out, and then there were stuff that they didn't do on the other side. So is there a way to like, hey, you work on that thing?
yeah. That usually means that you don't have enough workers
Mm,
to saturate all the jobs uh,
okay.
that are available. So if you got a lot of stuff that isn't being touched and needs to be harvested, you can just add more workers until, yeah. Uh, for example, if now you got two wheat fields here, and
Mm-hmm.
if you build another little thing at the far end of it,
Mm-hmm.
you will see that as soon as you can saturate uh, the wheat field production with farmers, they will um, reprioritize some of them and run to
Mm,
the far side to get the other jobs done.
okay. I feel like he's just running back and forth to his house.
Yeah,
No.
so now we notice that,
Mm-hmm.
so we can just add another well.
Okay, so where should I place it? Over here? Next to the pond, or it doesn't matter? Does it
Mm,
matter to put it near the pond?
no, it doesn't really matter. It depends on, maybe we want to place a wheat field there,
Mm-hmm.
so you can, yeah, you can build it there.
Okay, I'll build a pond there.
Well, yeah.
Oh well, sorry. I was like, I want a pond.
Yeah, it's really expensive to get your pond structure up and going. It's yeah, 20,000 per pond,
Yeah.
so you won't be able to do that until you got enough windmills to sustain
Hmm.
some income.
Hopefully it's fast. We got our fifth flower now.
Oh yeah. Now since we got more workers,
Hmm.
they're gonna work a little bit faster. But that guy is still working. He's still running away.
Yeah, I
We
think
can
it's
place another wheat field right to the left.
this one.
Yeah,
Okay.
and you can sell the left wheat field because it's only got one passive water.
Okay. Remove that one.
Yeah.
Okay. He's coming out. Hopefully he comes all the way this time.
Yeah, I think you will.
What happened to that pond? Why is it not like... Oh, it's fetching water.
Yeah, in the end, you're gonna
Hmm.
be aiming towards not having any wells at all. So it's all entirely passively watered up by ponds, but
Yeah.
that's later in the game.
So if I were to make a passive pond watering system, suppose I'm really rich. So if I put another pond here, like this one already got like two from this pond, and if I put another pond here, then it should be like self-watered, right? Because it get like four already.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that's the trick. And the most, I
Hmm.
think, tree farms require 10 water. So
That's a lot.
yeah, that's a lot. Will require
Mhm.
tons of ponds to passively water them. So we're going to be relying on natural trees for a good while, actually.
Yeah. And how do you actually make a pond system that water trees? Because they only give like two at most. So if you make it, so you have to do like two, four, six, eight. Still, that doesn't enough.
To water tree farms,
Mm-hmm.
it's yeah, I've seen a lot of different setups for that. Some people sandwich them, so they
Okay.
just build 3 ponds and then sandwich in um, 3 ponds, tree farm in the middle, and then 3 ponds.
Oh, and that would get like 10 water for the pond
Yeah, that'll supply
for the
12
trees.
water
Wow.
to the one in the middle. So yeah, I've seen a lot of different setups of that, or you can just do a U formation with the ponds.
Mm-hmm.
You can do a T formation.
Okay.
Um, yeah, it all depends on what your end setup is gonna look like and how you set up your town.
Yeah. I actually can't wait for the flower to get done so we can do like something interesting.
Yeah, well, it's not gonna get much more interesting than we're just gonna keep adding windmills.
Okay.
Uh, so it's gonna be double the speed for the next windmill, and then
Mm-hmm.
for the third, it's gonna add a bit more. So in the end, I think let's see here. Yeah, I think you're gonna be aiming for having at least 10 windmills.
Wow. That's a lot of windmills.
Yeah, that's the only way. And as you expand with more windmills, you're gonna be putting more pressure on the crop harvesting.
Yeah. We need to
So you're
add
gonna
more.
need more workers, more crops, and then you're gonna be starved for wood.
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna need to think about getting that pond operation, pond
Yeah.
structure up.
So I saw in the Discord channel that I'm not sure where I saw it, but somebody said like you can expand more than 16 grid, 16 by 16. Like you can expand over here. Is that like when I'm like advanced, when I used up all my grids, will I get to have additional space over here? Is that what it is?
No, no, you
Okay.
can't do that. It's 16 by 16 for everyone. So
Okay.
that's what is it, like 256 squares?
Mm-hmm.
That's what you have to work with. There's no way of expanding that in any
Okay.
way. So everyone is on a level playing field in that way.
Okay. Wow. I guess
Well,
maybe like yeah, are we almost done? Or do
if you're working together with a teammate or a buddy, you
mhm,
can technically have more tiles to work with because your friend is cooperating with you.
helping, yeah. But you can only send like one stuff. It's not enough, I think.
Yeah, you can always build more neighbor delivery boys. So, but yeah, it'll get choked in that way because you can only send. I think it's one item every 30 seconds is what the neighbor
Yeah.
delivery boy sends. But when it comes to like flour and stuff,
Hmm.
it's no problem. Like, but if you're gonna be sending lots of wheat,
Hmm.
yeah, it's choked.
Yeah. Oh, we have the sixth one ready. Oh,
Yeah, as you
almost
can
ready.
see, it's green, a green timer,
Hmm.
because the trade depot has no wind block, and
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that the fuel storage doesn't have any wind block. I'm not entirely sure. Let me
Okay.
check that out.
How do you check the wind block and stuff like that? Like try it?
I just mapped it out through a lot of tedious testing, and I
Okay.
compiled it in my guide.
Oh, that's the guy that we mentioned earlier in the video. So well, I cannot show the guy right now because I need to open this window for this little guy to do his work. So can you tell me more like what's in your guide?
I assembled all the details for all the buildings,
Mm-hmm.
how many tiles of pollution they have, how many
Mm-hmm.
tiles of shade and wind block they have, what they produce,
Okay.
um, what the products are, how much points they give, how much money they give, um, and I also have a getting started guide,
Mm-hmm.
and I got the guide on shade and wind block, so you can see
Yeah.
how uh, how that actually works and how the specifics of it looks like. It can be confusing since it only the diagonal wind block and
Yeah.
shade is different than yeah.
Okay. So your guide is sort of like a bible for this game because
Yeah,
it's very the information about this game is very limited. I think because they are still like doing testing and changing stuff, right? According to what you mentioned.
yeah, it's in alpha, but
Mm-hmm.
they wanted to be a little bit about just exploring the game yourself,
Mm-hmm.
trial and error, and yeah, just learning it. And I think it's a nice experience to just
Yeah.
explore a game like that. And there's a lot of players who like it that way.
Yeah.
But yeah, I created the guide just to make it a little bit easier to for people to
Yeah.
get into it and get the information very clearly spelled out, so they don't have to mess around with all the stuff that I did. Like not everyone enjoys trying to figure it out like me. So
Yeah, thank you for your guide. I actually getting started using your guide. When I first like the first time I click play on this game, and then I have this town, right? And there is this guy, this farmer guy that was given by the town, and I thought I was like that guy, and I was like, wait, why is he doing all this stuff? I didn't tell him to do anything. Oh my god, what is it? Why am it's so confusing. Yeah, and it actually took me a while to like um do that to actually like understand that oh I'm actually managing stuff. But I guess because I'm not very like figuring it out. Well, it did take me a while to figure out that I'm not that little guy, but it was. And then another time that surprised me was like after the fifth day, and my whole town was destroyed, and I was like, "What happened?" Yeah, it was. It was
oh
like
no.
yeah, because there was nothing to tell you. I mean, maybe there is, but I didn't come across it before. That it was like a weekly contest. So I was
Hmm.
like, oh my god. And right now like with all this working people working under me like that, like nuking my own town actually like I don't like nuking my town. I feel like we have a bond. He has been working for me for at least like an hour or something. So
My employees, no,
yeah.
my company.
Yeah, so it was like, oh my god, like we established a little bit of a bond, you know? And then
Yeah,
it's gone every week.
yeah. Well, it's just the nature of the game. Like
Yeah.
if players would keep their towns, that
Hmm.
would give a huge unfair advantage to people who have already built up an entire town. And also, I
Yeah.
think it would get very boring because once you have a complete setup,
Hmm.
the only thing you're doing is managing it. You're just coming back to it
Selling.
once in a while and selling.
Hmm. So I think there are like advanced things. Well, I know I don't have advanced thing in my toolkit, but I think there is like an advanced crane bots, farm bots, and all of that thing, like, does it help when you already have your farm set up? Like, what does it do?
There are some blockchain items that
Okay.
will be added in with time, and
Uh-huh.
the only blockchain items that are available right now are the first of all, you got the Express Depot
Mm-hmm.
that you get when you purchase
The
purchase
gold.
Gala Gold,
Uh-huh.
and that pretty much just gives you a little faster delivery time on the
Okay.
trade depot, and it's a
How
little bit
fast
more
it?
fuel
Yeah.
efficient too.
Oh, really?
I think it's somewhere between 10% and 20% faster, but uh, since you're going to be placing your town
Mm-hmm.
usually pretty close to a city anyway,
Mm-hmm.
it won't matter that much. But it's nice to have.
Okay.
And then you got the fountains
Yep.
that you get from referring new players.
Mm-hmm.
And I really love the fountains because they act like ponds,
Okay.
and you place them for free.
Oh. Okay.
So you
Maybe.
actually get a free pond, more or less. You just have to refer one player, one new
Oh.
player, and you will get the first level of pond,
Okay.
first level of fountain, I mean.
Okay.
And yeah, that helps a lot.
Wow. Maybe next time you'll do a next video featuring some of your town, and then we can see what the fountain looks like.
Yeah, sure. I'll send you a fountain, and you can play around with it.
Yeah, because this is so the fountain is like, so the fountain would help with this self-watering system, right?
Yeah,
And if like for example, if you see in this thing, if it's kept all watered, we would have much faster refill in this silo,
yeah,
which would be so cool. Okay.
yeah. It helps a lot. But at the same time, like we're not running out of wheat.
Yeah.
So
Well, we did a little bit
just
earlier.
yeah, a little bit. But it'll if you just have one fountain, it will
Mhm.
help you to auto or passively water
Yeah,
the wheat fields entirely right from the get-go.
that's so cool. Okay. And in terms of like this windmill, I always have a question. I think I never tried to experiment it. So maybe you'll know. Um this windmill can make like three things, right? The flour, the sugar, and the salt. So is the flour the most expensive product in this category?
Sugar is.
Oh, sugar is? Okay. So and the
It's
salt.
because it's balanced that way because flour only takes 3 water to grow.
Mm-hmm.
Sugar takes, is it 6 or 8? I can't really remember right now.
Okay.
But yeah, it takes a lot more water to grow, which makes
Mm-hmm.
sugarcane a little bit more hard to
Okay.
farm.
Yeah.
So yeah, it makes sugar more expensive. And then
Okay.
salt is really easy to attain because um, the salt field
Mm-hmm.
only takes 3 water, and
Okay.
it's like a 20-second timer instead of a 30-second timer, I think.
Mm. So this will have like the highest value, the sugar, and then followed by the flour and the salt.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think sugar gives 42,000, I think, for a
Whoa.
batch of 10.
Uh-huh.
Salt is 27,000.
Okay.
Flour is 37,000.
Okay.
But when I'm building my
Mm.
town, eventually I'm gonna transition into sugar once I have the
The sugar
pond
cane.
structure up. Yeah,
Yeah.
to actually be able to supply the sugar canes with the
Yeah.
passive water.
So we're almost at the reality of this place. And once we get 10 flowers, what is your next plan?
Sell the flour, and then
Okay.
we build another windmill, and we save the rest of the cash
For the
for the
construction.
wages.
Okay, sure. And so we'll still be making flowers.
Yep.
Okay.
And then when we reach, we're gonna keep doing that. And when we reach 4, yeah, I think 4 windmills or
Okay.
somewhere around there, 3, 4, 5, somewhere around there. It's time to expand on the pond structure and just get another
Ah.
pond
Okay.
to get the auto watering fully operational.
Yep.
And possibly we're gonna save up to make the gasoline operation.
Okay.
It's important to just keep an eye on
The
how
gasoline.
much
Yeah.
gasoline you have left. But let's see, we've got 29. If we don't sell anything else, 29 gas times 37,000. Yeah, we're gonna have $1 million.
Whoa.
Net us $1 million. And we can do a lot with that. So it's all
Sure.
about just keeping an eye on it and not selling any wheat, not
Okay.
selling any wood, just in emergencies.
Okay.
How long have you been playing now?
I think it has been like the first time I started looking around, I think it has been almost a month now. And but actually the first time that I start playing, I was totally frustrated because I'm not really sure what I'm doing. And but it was like once I know what it is and following your guide, I feel like, oh, now I get it. And then I got hooked and I tried to make my town, but for some reason I'm not as what's it called, like as planning as you. So I usually like started off by like selling trees. and then
Yeah.
and then my fuel will be like really low really fast. And yeah, and then I will go to like make the sometimes like it depends on luck. I don't know. I know that with careful planning this will not be the case, but right now most of the time it usually depend on luck. And then I might successfully build a fuel complex thing, but then I'll run out of money and that's when I die. That's usually how it goes. So now it's like, wow. I after like this video with you, I feel like, wow, this is what a pro do. Now I understand why you win, because you put so much thoughts into it and a lot of planning. And I was like, yeah, how about I just put it here? This is too slow. How about I just like randomly put that guy in so it's faster?
Yeah, well, that's what I did too in the beginning. Just you gotta get to know the game and
Yeah.
just place the buildings, see what they do, see
Mhm.
how they operate. So that's totally what I did too. Just experiment, and yeah, you gotta wing it like that in the beginning,
Yeah.
especially if you don't have any resources to check, any information to check. So
Yeah.
trial and error.
Cause I think it was like so confusing. I thought that so at first I didn't know about this wind block and shed and stuff like that. So I put a pond like next to the water filler thing that is required to make the fuel.
Hmm.
And for some time it was like it keeps getting longer the more I put stuff there. And I keep putting on more ponds next to it. And it's just like I don't understand. In the beginning it was 30 seconds and then it stretched into like 1 minute, 1 minute 30, and then I was like, oh, it must be the game trying to like make me not win by making it like worse every time I try to put stuff.
I'm gonna make it hard for you.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god, this is such a AI game or something. Like they know that I'm starting to get somewhere, and then they just try everywhere to like. Yeah.
It's a little goblin trying to mess with you.
Yeah. At first, that was how I thought it is, and I was like, why is it doing that to me?
Yeah, I was having a hard time figuring out what was affecting what,
Yeah.
and yeah, I thought it was a question of like I had all these different ideas in my head. Like,
Hmm.
is it because of the clouds floating by,
Yeah.
or is it because I didn't place the crop next to a on a pasture, or
Uh-huh.
was I placing it on the wrong color tile? Like, does color of tiles matter, and
Yeah.
all of that? But yeah, it didn't take that long until you can see a pattern in how it's affected. Like when building
Hmm.
crops next to a house, it
Hmm.
started to click. Like, yeah, has to be
Yeah.
some kind of
Like
shading
shade.
effect or something. Yeah,
Well, that's so awesome that you share it with us and with everyone via your blog about how you put all your learning into it, because it's just very difficult for uh, someone who just like understand and just know the game to know all of that, and it's just getting like really frustrating.
yeah. I want to give a shout out to Andrew II in the
Okay.
Gala chats too. He has a great guide that he made too. It's
Okay.
townstarguide.com.
Sure.
He's actually got a lot of sections that are better than mine, so I'm not the only one.
Sure. I will include the links of both your guide and Andrew II guide in the link in this
Yeah,
video.
great.
That'll be awesome. Thank you. This is such a great community to be in. Everyone is so helpful.
Yeah, there's a lot of great people in there.
Yeah.
It's fun to just chat with people and share builds, and people are sharing their setups and asking for
Mhm.
input, and yeah, there's always someone that's ready to give input and pointers and help out.
Yeah. That's a really nice community. So, I guess if you are like totally new to the game, you would recommend them to like go to the Discord app right away. To
Yeah,
the
right away.
Yeah. So
Definitely.
you get help with everything. If you get stuck, then Benblåst will be there to answer your questions.
Yeah. I'm there all day, every day, pretty much. And if I'm not, there's always someone else that's willing to help.
Yeah, so cool. Because I know that apart from the game aspects, there are some other things like um how to get paid. Like I did a video about how to get paid using the referral and buying a node. Yeah, but I got like a very basic information though. So if you want
Hmm.
in-depth information, please go to Discord and ask Ben Blast about it.
Yeah, we'll be there.
Yeah. So do you think like notes is important? Like how would you help people who are still deciding whether to buy a node, whether they should commit to this node or not?
Well, the node is part of the Gala blockchain, which
Hmm.
is built on Ethereum.
Hmm.
It will help out in the network that
Hmm.
supports the Gala coin and where all the items are stored and such. And it will also uh, mint rewards and items
Hmm.
in the form of items and Gala coin. So you'll be consistently getting those kind of rewards, and you will be getting crane bot parts, and
Hmm.
yeah, there's tons of other items that are planned
Okay.
to come out, like vanity items and
Yeah.
other special stuff.
Okay.
Like the crane bot will speed up build times and
Hmm.
such. I think there's added functionality coming to it also, but I'm not sure. Can't
Hmm.
promise anything. But
Yeah.
that's what I've heard through the grapevine.
Oh. So, when you have this node, um, did they is there a specific parts that you will get? For example, like when you buy Gala Gold, you know that you will get the express truck depot, right? But if you buy a node, is there like a specific parts that you get, or it's just random?
It's all random. So
Okay.
you might get legendary parts
Hmm.
or rare parts or uncommon common. It's all jumbled up. But
Oh,
depending on the amount of points you have, you might have a bigger chance of getting the higher rarity points too. But I only run one node, and I've
okay.
been getting tons of the highest rare parts.
Oh,
So I really don't think it matters that much about
okay.
how many points you got.
Okay.
So
So,
even if you're running one node, you won't have to worry about only getting the lowest tier items. You will
okay.
get some of the bigger ones too.
Oh, okay. So like the notes, the things that you get from the note will also depends on your weekly, daily points too.
Yeah, very slightly,
Okay. Oh, I didn't know that.
only slightly.
And now we're on our last one, last flower badge.
Oh yeah, 4 out of 10.
Yeah. Oh my God. And I'm very excited about what we're going to do next
Hmm.
and how much money we'll get into our pocket.
This is yeah, I gotta say that this is a pretty hardcore way to like just not selling anything other than the flower. So
Yeah.
you can totally get away with selling a couple of batches of wood too,
Mhm.
but in this particular strategy,
Mhm.
I really don't want to do that. I want to save it as long as possibly,
Yeah.
as long as I possibly can. So uh, just wait, wait, wait.
Do you have like I'm picturing that like at your in your workstation you have like 1,000 plans like pinned like okay this day I'm gonna go with the cakery plan and then tomorrow you go like I'll go with blue steel plan. Is that like how you are? Like you have like different plan concept planned out?
Yeah, I got tons of concepts
Wow.
that I saved up, and yeah, different kinds of towns, and um, for the team setups, I
Hmm.
got tons of different plans to be able to decentralize the production between towns and send it around.
Wow.
So yeah, it gets to be a lot.
So you tried the team configuration before?
Yeah,
Oh, how was it? Was it like was it more fun? So you have to know the one next to you, or it's like can be completely stranger.
yeah, it can be a complete stranger, but you're gonna have to communicate with them somehow.
Okay.
Otherwise, you're just gonna be sending items to them and not getting anything back.
Yeah.
So
So
yeah, you gotta coordinate.
how do you know? How do you find that person out? Is that through Discord or how do
Yeah,
you
you can go
find?
ask in the Discord if there's
Okay.
anyone there with that town, and you can see if you can befriend them and maybe start a team.
Oh,
I
okay.
think that's a good idea to do for players too, and start
Hmm.
getting to know people, get into the community, and
Yeah.
maybe start building up a team already. Because once they implement the guild or team system,
Hmm.
it's going to be called counties. So, and it's going to be
Mm.
7 players,
Oh wow.
from what I heard.
Okay.
So if you do that right away and start becoming a part of the community, you're going
Hmm.
to be miles ahead of everyone else. But then
Oh.
also they're going to split the leaderboard into 2 different leaderboards. So
Okay.
you'll be able to compete as a team and you'll be able to compete as a solo player.
Okay. So
So
there's like no disadvantage there if you still want to do solo.
yeah, yeah. So you're not just gonna get stomped by a team if you want to play solo. So
Yeah, that's really cool.
I really, really enjoy the team aspect of it. It gives so much more depth than there already is.
Okay, and um, so you can right now with the current configuration, could you have more than one friend? You can have like two, three that neighboring you because now it's have to be neighboring, right?
Yeah, it always has to be neighboring.
Okay.
But you can chain towns together
Oh,
in a line, or you can just have one town in the middle and 4 towns
oh.
surrounding it.
Okay. I think we're ready with the flour. Let's sell it.
Oh,
Let's sell it. Let's sell it.
hawk it.
Yay! Our first high value product.
Mm-mm-mm. Sweet, sweet cash.
Yeah. So, I think you mentioned that we want to do one more windmill after this.
Yeah.
Should I start building a road? Where should we put that guy?
So since the windmill has a wind block shade factor of 3,
Mm-hmm.
we're just gonna count 1, 2, 3,
One,
and
two,
you
three.
can put it down, and then on the fourth one, yeah,
So
there.
here? Okay.
Yep.
So I have to remove it first then.
Yeah, the little scrub there, just get rid of it.
Yay, we got the money! We're so rich now.
Oh yeah.
Hi Benblåst. So now here we are again. I built up some of the buildings, the windmills and stuff. Built on according to your plan, the 5 windmills. And here I'm back again and asking for your help. How should we how should we do next? Like I know we have to build the pond structure,
Yeah.
but how do we do that?
Yeah, there's a lot of different options, and I thought we could just try out a few since
Okay.
we got some capital to play around with.
Yeah.
Um, so we can start off by deleting these wells because we won't be needing them anymore.
Okay. That's kind of
And we'll start with a structure that's just a sandwich structure
okay.
that I've seen a lot of people use, and it's pretty nice. So that's just we build 3 ponds
Uh,
here, so it's in total 3. So just add 2 more
okay. The pond is in
in
terrain.
terrain. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. I never have a chance to build a pond before. So it will be like connected, or it will be like a little hole each.
Yeah, it'll be these 3, and then we got the row of where we're gonna put crops, and then
Okay.
next, that's where we start the next little sandwich.
Okay. So I'll grow more crops over here first.
Yeah, you can place a tree farm right there.
Tree farm. Tree farm. Oh, there. So 2 tree farms.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, 2 tree farms.
Okay.
And then we sandwich them in with 3 ponds.
Oh. So 3 more over here.
Yep.
The pond is actually taking a long time to make though.
Yeah. You should see the nuclear power plant. It's 15 minutes to build.
Really?
So the blockchain item crane bot will come in
Yeah.
handy there.
Definitely. I didn't know that it's gonna take that much time.
Yeah, it gets more and more time consuming to build these things. But 1.5 minutes isn't that bad.
Yeah. So we really need to get this because we run out of weed right now.
Yeah.
Oh, it's connected. I thought it was gonna be like a hole.
Yeah, it's connecting real nicely.
Yeah, and that is also like sub-water too.
Yeah, and you can see there it's the left windmill that's shading
Yeah.
one of the wheat fields a bit. So, but it won't matter that much for that particular one because we got a lot of space to utilize here.
Okay. So I think we're
How
still
many?
building
How much water does this have? This
on
tree
the
farm?
tree. 6.
6, yeah.
6 and 5. Right? Why is it different?
Because the bottom pond will only give one water to that one.
Oh.
Boom.
Oh. Oh, they're growing now. Oh my god, they're done.
Yeah, automatic watering. So
That's
this
so cool.
this little setup is what a lot of people use. It's probably one of the cheaper
Okay.
setups,
Yep.
and it will help you with getting that water to the tree farms. It's this structure is especially to get the tree farms the full amount
Okay.
of water that they need.
Yeah. That's really cool.
And two of these, yeah, since natural trees take
Hmm.
a lot of time to grow, I think it's like 15 minutes or so.
Yeah.
These tree farms only take 40 seconds.
Can you put a pond there to make them grow faster? The natural trees?
No,
Okay. So it's like nothing you can do with the natural trees
no, they will grow.
by itself.
They can, yeah, they will only grow by themselves. And if there are trees close to the shoreline by the
Hmm.
ocean, they will take a bit longer too. So they
Hmm.
also get affected by shade
But
and
yeah.
by the ocean and by pollution and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, see, the tree tiles that you mentioned is like yellow timer, and this one is just green timer.
Yeah,
Okay, now
yeah, you
it's
see
like,
there.
yeah, he just got one off, and then now it start growing.
Yeah.
Perfect tree arrangement. Okay,
Now we can try out the kind of a T formation.
sure. Huh,
So the top 3 ponds, you can delete those just to make it clear.
okay, and this is number 2.
Number 2.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, did I? Number 2, strategy number 2. Okay,
So the scrub by the pond, you can delete that
okay.
and build a pond there.
Build a pond over here.
And then we'll just simply make a T out of this.
So over here and over there?
Yeah.
Okay.
And just to note that the silo right here, as it is
Uh-huh.
placed, will be casting shade.
Oh,
But since we're just doing this as an example,
uh-huh.
um,
We'll just let it go
we're
for now.
yeah,
Okay. Wow, it's really fast. Like, remember the last time that we have to wait for the little guys to like run in, water, wait for it? Now it's just like after he harvests it, it just like randomly grows.
it's just instant.
Yeah, and I think like after that guy was just doing this field, like I think after he put that stuff in, this weed is like ready to be collected almost instantly.
Yeah, and it will really speed up
Yeah, the
the
production and
entire farm.
everything. So the watering system is like really important.
Hmm. Super important.
Yeah.
It's the keystone, the main part of any operation, really. Since whether you're going for bakery or cakery,
Hmm.
or whether you're going for blue steel, in blue steel you're gonna need a lot of lumber, which
Hmm.
requires a lot of trees.
Yeah.
So, in any strategy you choose, you're gonna be needing this.
Okay. Wow. Now I know why the crane bots will be helpful now. At first, I'm not so sure why it's useful, but given the time it takes for this one, then now I know.
Yeah. And yeah, also note that in this structure you can't place the tree farms anywhere. You're gonna have to place it right
At the
at the edge of the
corner.
roof. Yeah, roof of the
Okay.
T.
So this one have to be a tree farm.
Yeah,
And this one we have
exactly.
to change to like something else, maybe a weed or something.
Yeah, or sugar cane will do nicely
Oh,
there. Or
okay.
and then you can, if you want to add more, you can just make
Three
three
over here?
ponds at the bottom of it.
Over here?
At the bottom of the T. To the left
To
of the
the,
T. Sorry.
over here, right? So that would be another T here?
Or you can just extend this T where the 2 wheat fields are there.
Uh-huh.
You can delete those 2 wheat fields and just close it off with 3 more ponds. So that's also an example.
Okay. Let's see. Okay.
So if you do it like this, you're going to be able to place 2 more tree farms
Okay.
but at the edges of the structure.
Yeah, so this should be tree farms and then this one, right?
Yeah.
This one and then this one and then this thing should be a tree farm.
Yeah. I think this structure might even supply all of the spots to be able to sustain 3 farms.
Mm.
Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, it should.
So this one will be okay for the tree farm.
Yep.
So this is like an I formation.
Yeah, exactly. It's a very, very efficient way of, if you want to make a lot of trees,
Mm-hmm.
this will probably help out. But yeah, it's more and more expensive to
Yeah.
build it.
Okay. How about I just make the and then I think so there are two ways. The one that you showed me before, the sandwich strategy, and this one is the tea strategy, right?
Yeah. And then there are players who do. I don't think we have enough money to show that, but it's simply just a U formation.
Okay, so just like a U.
Yeah, with a road in between.
Hmm.
So you see here, you got even water for the middle one. You
Yeah,
got place for 6 trees in this.
that's so cool.
And you can also fill all the spaces on the sides with wheat fields. If you
Over
want
here,
to.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So this is a great little one. You can just build roads around it to make it more accessible. So yeah, you can play around with this structure a lot and place it as you wish in your own setup.
Yeah, sure. That's really cool. Oh no. So here we got the casting that you mentioned. So now it's like 33 seconds.
Yeah, the shade will affect it, but
Yeah.
yeah, you just place it in your own structure so it
Mm-hmm.
doesn't get that. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Sure. And
yeah, the U structure is just you continue building the U with a road in between.
okay.
So it's pretty simple there too.
Okay.
And I know some people also do a double pond, just a straight line of
Mm-hmm.
double ponds, which also works. But I'm not a really huge fan of it because
Okay.
it's not really optimized. But
Yeah. I think this is really awesome with all um the plants here just grow automatically because you can grow plants over here and even here, right?
yeah,
And all along this side, it's really useful.
yeah, it's super useful. This will help a lot of players, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you so much for sharing your strategy and all your tips and technique with us. It has been like I know that you spent tons of time from talking to you. it's just clear that I think you spent a lot of time working on this, and sharing it with us is like help us save at least like a week worth of doing trial and error ourselves,
Yeah,
or more, at least a month or something, because we will just like randomly don't know, right? Because I think the one who tell us about, I don't know, the first time I know about the wind shed and the wind block and all of that is like from you, and so thank you so much for sharing it with us.
yeah, no problem. And hopefully I can come back to do an even more advanced leaderboard.
Yeah, that would be good. Um, so are there any parting words you want to give to like a new players or advanced players, since I'm sure that this video will be suitable for both the newbies and all those in the advanced ranks?
Yeah, just stick with the game. Just keep figuring it out. Keep
Mhm.
making builds. Uh, if you get frustrated, that's okay. I've been frustrated too. But if you just keep at it, you will figure it out in no time. And hopefully, this little trick to get you started, this little strat to get you started, will get you on the right path to at least get some income and start trying stuff out. Um, so yeah,
Yeah, thank you so much for your time. And maybe we will see you again in some next future video, and we can see the advanced things that you have planned. Maybe we won't need your town because my town is like have nothing on it.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, thank you so much. And if any of you wants to contact Benblast, he is in the Discord channel, and I will post the Discord channel link in this video. Thank you so much, Benblast, and it has been a pleasure spending this hour with you playing this game, and thank you so much for getting my first cash.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.